quick question: to plan or not to plan for Christmas?
Hey guys, why not plan your holiday season with me? Stay tuned as I walk you through 4 steps that will help you plan an amazing Christmas.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Mentorship Corner. My name is Untitled. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, do not forget to subscribe, guys. Before I start with today's video, I want to first apologize. We've tried the November edition. This is the second year. It's still not working because I get guys, and then unfortunately things come up, and because we're working on different schedules, it just doesn't work out. So I've finally decided to just let everything go. At some point, I'll be able to have a proper November edition where I'll be able to get guys who are willing and have the time as well to come onto the podcast and for us to have the conversations I would like us to have with the guys. But with that said, thank you to everyone who was interested in the edition. Unfortunately, you only have that one video from last year's edition, which you can watch, and that's about it. So, as going forward, I am not going to have a November edition. I'm just only going to have the August edition, the June edition, and then next year I'll bring back the first year of work series, and that's about it. Those are the only three editions or like series that I'm going to host on the channel. So before I continue with the video, I want to first apologize again for the weather. Guys, the weather is so bad. I've been postponing to film for like almost a whole week because it rains and it stops and it rains and it stops and it rains and it stops. So the lighting is not so great, even though I do have a ring light, but natural light helps to make everything a little bit brighter, which unfortunately I don't have at this point in my life. Even now, like the sun is coming out and it's going away, coming out and going away. So I was like, you know what? I might as well film because time is running out and I don't have the time, basically on my hands. So for today's video, I am talking holiday planning. One of my favorite planning to do. I don't like planning for vacations though, but I love planning for holidays and family gatherings. It excites me and makes me so happy. And I figured, why not discuss how we can go about planning our Christmas and New Year's holidays, even though we're going to have the president talking in the next few days. We'll see what he has to say, but I feel like even if it's just you and your immediate family and you're not going to have like a huge ass family gathering like your previous Christmas days, you still have to plan so that you can make sure that you make the most out of the day that you're given, right? With Christmas planning and New Year's planning, you basically have four important things. These are like very important. So the first thing is your budget. So you must always know your limit, know where to draw the line, and know how much you're willing to spend. Because remember, your December salary is still a salary you need to use to survive the whole of January before you get paid. And I know sometimes people use just their salary. Sometimes you've got savings that you've saved up from like the course of the year, which would be great. But if you don't have that, make sure you use your salary wisely because Jan is gonna come and you need to buy food and you need to pay rent and all that drama, right? So first things first, you need to set your budget. Apart from just the fact that you need to know how much you're willing to spend and how much you're putting away, you also need to, manage your expectations and your family's expectations, as well as manage the disappointments, because you don't want to plan this huge ass 10 grand Christmas party and then only to find that you only have 5,000 rands to plan for the Christmas party. So rather set a realistic budget that's going to cover everything that you want to do for the Christmas day and for your New Year's Day, so that you manage the expectations accordingly, right? So that's the first thing. Plan your budget and set your limits. The second thing you want to do is basically you want to have a list of activities that you guys are going to do. If you're going to be having a huge family gathering, this is very important, because especially if you're having a family gathering, there's going to be kids, there's teenagers. You want to make sure everyone is always engaged and they're having fun, because as adults, I know we just want to chill and catch up and talk about life and talk about vacations and talk about whatever it is that we want to talk about. But kids want to play, kids want to get engaged, kids want to be kept busy. So plan those activities. You can add things like your board games, 30 seconds. You can add things like your outdoor activity that you guys can do depending on basically your home, how your house is structured, how your yard is structured. You can plan all those things in advance so that when the Christmas day comes, kids know what they can do and you also know what you need to sort out. So that's like step number 2, most important thing. Yes, very, very, very important. And then the third thing is basically your meals. It's very, very important. You need to set out your meals. This will also help you with your budget, because if you know what you're cooking and how you're preparing it, it's going to be easy for you to budget for it, right? So set your meals accordingly. If you're going to be having like breakfast, or set out your breakfast, what you guys are going to be having for breakfast, what's going to be available for breakfast, what's going to be available for lunch, what's going to be available for dinner, and what drinks are you guys going to have in between, and what desserts are you guys going to have in between if you're going to be having any desserts. And apart from just the 3 main meals of the day, you need to remember that snacks are also important. So add your snacks in there and what snacks you want you guys to have. This is very important to discuss with your family as well, because as much as you may be the only person who's doing the planning, or maybe just 2 people who are doing the planning, you need to make sure that everyone is going to be happy with your plan ultimately at the end of the day, right? So very, very important. Plan your meals so that you know exactly what you're waking up and preparing for the day. And if there's things you need to prepare a day or 2 before, you do all of that accordingly, right? And then the fourth and last thing you need to do is you need to decide on decorations, gifts, and themes. So I know for Christmas it's all red, white, and green. But for New Year's, you need to set out a theme for your New Year's. It's very, very important that you know what you're wearing. If you guys need to decorate the house, you'll do that. If you guys are going to be going on holiday, you'll do that. If you're going to be staying indoors. Basically, the 4 plans can work for either a vacation holiday, or like a family house, indoors type of holiday. So you can use these for any of the 2. It can still work. It's just for your holiday, obviously you would have to add in a budget for your flights, your road trip, fuel and snacks for the road, and all the drama. But I'm not focusing on that today. Today I'm just focusing on hosting people for your Christmas and hosting people for your New Year's. So for New Year's and Christmas, make sure that everyone is in line with the theme, so that everything is like perfect, and set out your decorations so that everything looks beautiful and planned out. And also set out gift limitations. So if you guys are going to be doing gifts for your family, maybe set an amount limit for each gift, each person, to say, okay, fine, there's 5 of us and you can only spend a maximum of 200 rands in a gift, or a maximum of 500 rands in a gift, depending on your finances, because you want to also, again, manage expectations so that you don't get disappointments on the day when people are opening up their gifts, right? So those are the 4 important things that you need to consider when you're planning your Christmas or New Year's holiday. Let me just run through it again. So first, you want to budget and set your limit. Number 2, you want to list your activities so that you know what you guys are going to be doing exactly on that day. Number 3, you want to set out your meals for the entire day so that you know what needs to be prepared in advance and what basically you need to be buying when you are setting out your budget and buying your groceries. And then the last and most important is your decorations, your gifts, and your themes. Very, very, very important. So I am doing these for my family, and I'm hoping this Christmas is going to be epic like any other Christmas we've ever had. But this is like the first Christmas I am planning officially, so I am super, super, super excited. I hope you guys are just as excited for your Christmas season and your New Year's. And enjoy your holidays, guys. Enjoy your holidays. Holidays are all about getting together, relaxing, chilling, and stuffing yourself with food. So enjoy it and make sure there's lots and lots and lots of food. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. From me in the mentorship corner, it is goodbye, guys. I love you absolutely a lot.